Hello. I have to do that now every time.
Every time, that's it. And I better not start something because then I'm gonna be stuck.
You'll be stuck in that loop as well.
That's right. Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? We are back. More double A, Angela and Annabelle.
All right, what are we going to talk about today?
Do we have to talk about something?
Well, we could just chat. We could just chat away.
All right, let's talk about something. What do you want to talk about, Angela?
I think today we're going to take a little bit of a different twist, Annabelle, and we're going to talk about starting up a YouTube channel for board gaming.
All right. Starting a what? We don't know anything about starting a YouTube channel, Angela. It's not like we have one.
Let me just take a minute, Annabelle, to let the viewers know that you have started memberships on your channel. I noticed this morning when I became a member myself. So make sure you check that out and join Annabelle's channel because it helps we channels like ours. If you do that, it helps the algorithm.
Yes, and Angela also has memberships, so you can also join her channel and check out all the cool stuff she does over there. Like that, I've been enjoying a lot of the videos. Well, I know we just talked about the Darth Vader thing, the short that you posted. I really like that. But the streaming is so fun. Like it's so fun to see you. Like I especially like it, and I know you're gonna think it's like because it's I especially like it when you get stuck or lost, or which I know is I know you try to avoid, but that's actually the most fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because everything is going right, and you're not like getting all tumbled up on your words and trying to figure it out. It's just
my streams are full of that. I think my tagline on my channel is actually streaming, laughing, failing.
That to me, that's what makes it fun. So keep it up. I mean, I know you don't have a choice.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it. I know I don't do too much board gaming, but it's coming. I've bought the equipment, which leads us on to money. Start a channel, you might need a little bit of money to get your cameras and things.
Did you say a little bit?
Well, depending on how flashy you want to be. Yeah, I've spent, in the last couple of weeks, I've spent $120 on things to start streaming, hopefully some board gaming. So
let's talk about some of the stuff, the equipment you need, because I think it's important for people to know, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So one of the most important things I know, and like that, I because of the feedback that I've gotten from viewers, is the microphone. If they can't hear you, they're not going to be interested. And I've had a couple of videos where I've had technical difficulties, and because I'm already an established channel and people kind of like me, they stick through it. But it's hard when you're starting. You need to have a high quality microphone. You need to be clear.
This video is not an example of that. Annabelle's got it sorted when she's doing her run throughs and things, and when I'm doing my streaming and things, I've also got a proper microphone.
Right. I mean,
oh, that's a fancy one.
Yeah, I got a mic.
Yeah, well, my mic is not a fancy one for this, so forgive me.
Right, but we're just doing, this is different. We're talking about when it's like a board game, people want to be able to hear and understand, so I think a mic, and the next one would be something else that we don't do very well here, the camera, because right here I'm using my laptop camera, so that's not that great. But you don't need to see components. You don't need to see cards. You don't need to see any of that stuff. You're just looking at my face. The further you are, the better.
That's how I feel for sure. Yeah, I've got a fancy camera, an Elgato camera up here for when I'm streaming as well.
How many cameras do you suggest that people use if they're streaming board games?
If they're streaming board games, at least 2, I would think. Just one close up of what you're doing and one far away.
Yeah.
Or the full table or whatever.
One of the things that I for me, and this could be different for everybody, but I enjoy, and that's why I do it in my channel, seeing the person that's playing. Like I do watch videos where people never show their face, and I'm always curious what they look like. And when I finally get to see them, maybe in another video that they do, like whatever else they do, is like, oh, that's the person that I'm watching.
Yeah.
That's the head attached to the hands that I see all the time. So for me, I like showing my face during the videos once in a while, and
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing now, talking to you guys, right?
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, then like Angela said, one overhead for sure, so you can show, because people need to know, like, okay, what's in this board game? Like, what am I looking at? If you just show them a small little part of it, they might not understand where that is in relation to everything else. So a big overhead, and want to see the close-ups. And you can get away with, because I know at the beginning of Meeple Village, if you go back to the early videos, I used to take pictures of the cards and whatever other little things, and then just use like an insert and just put it in there and take it out. It was a whole lot of work, but it looked really good. So if you don't have two cameras, then you can probably maybe do that, but you want to make sure that people can see the small print better, right?
That's a lot of work though, doing it that way. Some people as well, back to being on camera, some people don't like being on camera. They're scared. I'm one of those people. It took me over a year, I think, of streaming video games before my audience basically talked me into being on camera.
Yeah.
And now I just do it as like just a thing. I don't even think about it anymore. But so you'll get there, even if you don't want to be on camera at the start.
Right. Yeah, for sure. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be. The important thing is the games, right? Because that's what people are going to go see. If they wanted to go see someone's face, they could go watch a music video, I guess.
Yeah, but like you said, my feedback was, if you're on camera, we feel we can get to know you, which is why I started being on camera.
Yeah. I think there's a personal connection. I feel connected to my audience, even though I can't see them, but through comments and stuff, I do feel like, I get the feedback from you guys, and you guys get to see my face, so and we've talked about this before, Angela, but I feel like, I know we've talked about this, but I feel like it's okay to once in a while throw in a personal comment,
Yeah, of course.
And we already have something that we can connect with you, the game connects us already, so it's kind of cool to get more info, but yes, there has to be a balance. I don't want to like spend a 2-hour game, spend an hour talking about me and my dogs and my life and my this and my that. It's just probably too much, but I do feel that connects you to the audience, and when you're starting, especially, people want to know who's watching, who's this person that I'm now committing my time to, because time is precious.
Well, look, I've put on my list. Can we see that?
Time.
Big arrow.
Big, yeah, but let's not. We still need. There's still a couple more things that we need to do regarding money. Because another thing you need editing software.
Yes, I've got that on my thing as well, including not only movie editing software, but some kind of picture editing, so that you can do your thumbnails.
Right, but you can do free on Canva.
You can do Canva, yeah.
I've
actually got Canva on my list.
Okay. So, sorry, there's a list. There's Canva. Yeah, that's useful. But and also you need to know how to use the editing software, which is going to take
knowledge
time, which we'll come back to. But something else that I think is important is the lighting. Yeah.
I don't have good lighting. I bought this stupid bar thing that goes above my computer, thinking it would help my green screen, and all it does is blind me when I've got it on. No use.
You don't know how much I struggle with my lights, because I don't want them on camera, and I don't want the glare, so I keep moving them around. You've got
fancy lights though, haven't you? You've got graphic.
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube where I show all of the whole room, so you guys can go see like what it looks like. But yeah, I got these from a friend that was studying photography, so I got very lucky that she left them behind. She helped me start the channel. So, but doesn't matter. Just make sure that we can see. I mean, I remember when Rado started, he would just make sure that there was light, like natural light. You know, he used to just make sure that it was. Sometimes he would even go outside and record outside and on the table outside, just so that there was enough light. So whatever you need to do, but nobody wants to watch a dark video of a board game. And you have to remember that there's a lot of people that do the same thing that we do. So if they can find a video done in better, more like higher quality, they're gonna go watch that, right? Unless you're like extremely gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of streamers. Don't get me started on that.
So that's important. Something else is you have to spend money on games.
Yes, a lot of money.
A lot of money, because your viewers are going to want you to have the hottest, newest game all the time, and that costs money. That's actually one of the reasons why I started the memberships, because like Angela suggested, like it's just going to help you invest the money back into the channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a day job, yes, but I also have to pay bills like everybody else. So you have to think about a balance of when do you buy the hottest, newest game that you're going to play it once for the camera and then you're never going to play it again. And when do you hold back and, not buy
that trap a few years ago. For people that have been watching us for a long time, they'll probably remember of where I was trying to stay on top of all the new games that were coming out, literally for YouTube. And it was just costing a fortune. And like you said, you play them once and then that's it. You put your video, your unboxing, whatever it might be, out. Don't fall into that trap. No. You're actually better off playing games that you love, even if they're older, because it comes across.
Yeah, I know I've had a few comments on my channel about, Annabelle plays not just the new games, but the old games. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, because I can't afford every new game. So, I play what I have. But I think you're always going to find an audience for whatever game you play. You're going to find an audience for the hottest, newest game, but you're also going to find an audience for a game that might not be well known or, might have been, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, your channel, one of the reasons that I like your channel is you do a lot of those off the cuff or off market games that maybe people haven't thought, it's not on the hotness. It's not on, the BGG front page, but they're really good games. They're just not, out there. Maybe they don't have an advertising budget or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I play what I like, right? And if I like it, I'm gonna play it for you guys. And if I don't like it, why am I gonna buy it? I did fall into that trap for a while. I was buying every new game, and it wasn't sustainable,
Yeah.
And then
even Rado, I think he said people moan at him because he loves every game he plays, but he says, I only play the games I like. They're the ones he takes time to make videos for. So of course he's gonna like it, and that comes across his energy because he's enjoying it for the most part anyway.
Something else that you need is a good table space. So if you need to, you don't need a fancy table, but you do need maybe a mat, something solid color, please. Don't make it like super over. But a place to put your stuff, and important for when you're making a channel. What people don't see, right, is that you also need places around you that will help you to get stuff quickly on the table, right? Because it'll help you with the editing, unless you'd be like, oh, where did I put that thing? I got my table, and you can see, but under the table, I got little tables that hold stuff, so I don't have to,
Where's that rule book? Oh, it's under there.
Yeah, for sure. The rule book is a big one, So I can't think of anything else. Can you think of anything else regarding money?
Regarding money, what did I put on my list? My main one was buying games. That's expensive.
Yeah, because that's a ongoing expense, right? You buy the lights are good. You buy the camera is good. You buy the mics are good until you need to replace them. And I always suggest that you do have at least a microphone a replacement somewhere. Because, for example, like the other night, I was going to record and I was ready. I had my makeup on, I had my clothes on, I have everything, the game set up, and the microphone didn't have any battery. Yeah. So thank God I had a replacement, something else that I could use.
A little backup.
Yeah, it's one of the, I think more than the cameras, I think the mics are the things that like I have to replace the most.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, it is one of the things that people will complain about.
Yes.
You know, you'll get a comment, your sound's terrible.
No, they will just stop watching because they, you know, the sound is terrible. Why would they stick around? All right. So we're moving on to what?
I don't know. I've got a few things on. Well, we kind of covered that you need to have a little bit of knowledge for like making thumbnails and video editing as well.
Yeah.
Planning and collaboration. How about that? Collaboration.
Planning and collaboration. Well, today we spent a lot of time planning for this video.
Oh, we spent so long. Collaboration's good. Like you reached out to me way back when, and now we're not only board game friends, we're friends. Like, right. How amazing that it brought us together in that way. And don't be scared to collaborate or ask someone to collaborate with you.
That's true.
Help you.
Do you want to tell the story of how we met?
You go. I bet you remember in more clear detail than me, bumbling along.
You can fill in the holes. How about that?
Okay.
I know that I think it was on, back then it was called Twitter. I think that's where we met. I was just like, I was following you, and I was very impressed with your tweets and your standpoint on everything, you know, games mostly, right? And I was like, I had you like up there, right? Like, ooh, and I remember telling my best friend, oh my gosh, if this lady ever like talks to me, I will be so, yeah, no, I was like, and I was so scared to ask, you know? But then I did. I said, hey, would you mind collaborating? And I was expecting like minimum, like one video, you know, and you come on and I don't even know what I was thinking, but I would have taken anything, 2 seconds of you on one of my videos just so I could get to meet you. And then you were going to be gone from my life forever. That's what I expected.
And you can't get rid of me, Annabelle. Years later.
I don't want to get rid of you. That's how, like, oh my gosh. So when you came back with this idea of doing this, like, you know, regularly, I was like, should I play hard to get? I was like, are you kidding? Of course. And yeah, the first time we met, I was so nervous because, again, you know, I thought you were this amazing, you know, board gamer, and I was just starting. I was like a nobody, you know, like I'm this girl with an accent that can't even speak English right, and I'm going to meet Board Game Brand. Like, oh my gosh. And you were the coolest, sweetest, most amazing person. And I'm like, okay, I can relax. This is going to be great. So that's how I experienced it.
Well, I think our experiences are quite parallel in a way because, yeah, I had a fairly big following on Twitter and a lot of big names would interact with me and stuff. But honestly, I left Twitter and I didn't hear from anybody. So the ones that matter are the people that stick around. You know, it's quality over quantity, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not on Twitter anymore because of reasons.
Yeah.
But I do remember back then when I got the message being like, oh my goodness, someone wants to do something with me? I'm so honored. This is amazing. And then I think I actually, because I'm a sticky beak, I think I actually went back through and read your tweets from memory, and I was like, yes, she seems cool. And I was right. You were cool.
I don't know about that, but here we are years later. Oh my gosh, what a journey, and what an amazing, like, it's incredible how a hobby can bring you close to somebody that would be a complete stranger if it wasn't, you know, for that, you know, if it wasn't.
Yeah. And we met in real life as well, which was freaking awesome.
Yes. I'm sure Angela's going to put a picture here.
I will put a picture.
That was amazing. Yeah, and I'm hoping to go to Australia so we can have some time together. I'm hoping. So, but
And you'll
yeah,
get here, Annabelle, and you'll be like, oh, it's kind of like Florida, but with less Spanish-speaking people.
it's better than Florida because you're there. You're not here.
It is
You
very
know,
like Florida here.
but speaking of collaborations, that's something that I enjoy doing, like the podcast and bringing people on the channel and sharing with other people. But I feel like it's even like I could be doing more, and I wish I was brave enough to reach out to more people and not get so nervous. And you know, same thing with like the band. I feel that whenever we do a collaboration with other bands, other musicians, it just, you know, you start getting into their audience. So it's the same thing here. If I was collaborating with other board gamers, they would come into my audience and I would go into their audience. So there's actually a person I've been talking to who's a Mexican. So he has a board game channel, and I invited him to the podcast, and I'm waiting to hear from him. But yeah, I think collaborations are important for that matter. You know,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
reach other people, and also you can make a friend out of it, which is great.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah, good point about that, actually. Yeah, you do sort of, it can get you more followers basically by doing that as well.
Right. And you just
That's not the reason you should do it, but
No.
that's sort of a side thing that happens.
There's so much to be gained. You know, you make a connection. You can learn from the other person. You know, you can bounce ideas. Like you never know. You never know. Like you can get a friend for life. You know, like there's so much that can happen when you connect with other people. But speaking of planning, how much planning do you think needs to go into all of this?
Oh man, it depends whether you're a planner or not, right? Like how much planning do you do for a board game, like for a board game video? I'm assuming a little bit. You've got to learn the rules. You've got to know how much room it's going to take up and all that kind of thing.
Right. So usually if it's a board game I know well, it's not as much. But let's talk about a board game I don't know well. If I don't know the game well, I will read the rules thoroughly once, maybe even twice. I will set it up. I will play it once at least. Yeah, I do play it. And then once I've done that, and because when you play it, you can find out, oh, I don't know how to do this, and then you go back to the rules, and you don't have to do that on camera. Then after I play it once, then I'll play it for the viewers, or like, I don't actually record it. If it's a game I know well, I won't play it beforehand, right? But or I might play it a day or two ahead. I'm not saying I'm going to play it right there and then record, you know, but I do try and practice. I think it's important. You're always going to make mistakes, but you might minimize the mistakes that you make if you're, you know, it's fresh in your head. Because I mean, look at all the board games we have. How are we going to remember everything?
Yeah, and it's good if you've got a mind that does remember the rules like you do. I don't have that mind. Pandemic is my favorite game, and I set it up on the weekend. On the weekend I set it up in the dining room. I had to get the book out. I had to get the rule book out. I've played this game a lot. I had to get the rule book out to do the setup because it just doesn't stick in my brain. So,
well, yeah. And you know, it's when you're playing with your friends, right? If you forget a rule, you can house rule it right then and there. You can be like, but you can't do that when you're recording a video. You need to get the rules right. So if you're unsure, you gotta stop what you're doing, go, and then remember where you were in the game. Don't lose track.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And some people online as well. You've got to have a little bit of a thick skin now and again. It doesn't happen often that you get like someone who's a meanie, right. But it will happen, and you need to. Yeah, some people are right sticklers, aren't they? They don't realize that we're just normal people, and of course we're going to make mistakes. Even the biggest board gamers in the world, Rodney Smith makes mistakes. Okay.
Yeah, we're human. We're doing the best we can. You know, for those of you starting, don't give up because of that. Don't give up because of the hate.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people that are making a living out of this, and I'm not just talking about board games. I'm talking about Magic the Gathering. I'm talking about other content creators, and they get the same hate, probably more because they have more viewers. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't be put off by perfection.
Yeah.
I guess is kind of what I'm saying.
And to those of you out there that love to put the timestamps and tell us when and what mistakes we made, I don't know about you, Angela, but I don't go back and check it. It's like, okay, this is,
Yeah, thanks
what
for
am I
the
going to do?
feedback. Thanks for the boosting my algorithm.
You must have spent a lot of time writing all those timestamps and making sure you know exactly where I make the mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the other viewers will check them, but I'm definitely not going to go back and check them. I mean, I made the mistake. All I can say is, okay. So,
Yeah. I will try
and maybe you can start your own board game channel and maybe you won't make mistakes. I mean,
that is a pet hate for me. If I get a comment basically being nasty about the way I do my content, and then I click on them to see who they are and their channel's empty, I'm like, I'm not even listening. Like, if you're not doing it, don't come at me.
yeah. I mean, I leave the comment up because maybe it can benefit other people.
Yeah, I leave comments like that up as well. But yeah, it's just more
unless
like
you're like super nasty. If you're super nasty, I will delete you. But if you're just giving me a list of stuff that I did wrong, hey,
or if it's personal as well, I'll delete that. Like,
yes.
People like telling me that I'm fat all the time. You're fat. You shouldn't be on YouTube. Go away.
My favorite one was the one that told me that what's wrong with your eye. I'm like, okay,
So weird, aren't they? Like, yeah. Anyway, positive vibes out.
Yes, you can do this. You can do this, guys. We're not here to put you down and keep you from doing it. We're here to tell you that it can be
do
done.
it anyway, despite those people.
Yeah, have fun.
Because those people, a lot of the time, aren't doing it. They're happy to but they're not doing it themselves.
Yeah. So that's planning. Oh, I wanted to touch back on the editing and the. I don't know what editing software you use, but it doesn't really matter what you use because honestly, in board games, mostly what you're going to be doing is like hard cuts, right? There's no fancy, effects that you have to put on the video or anything because those will just distract the audience. I think that the cleaner that you keep it, the better. So you don't have to be like expert on editing. You just got to know how to cut and paste and make sure it flows. I edit out if I can, right? Because now that the setup is a little different, but I try to edit out a lot of like my thinking time because people will get bored with me just so all of that. I also try to edit out, which I couldn't do in the last video, but if I cough, I try to cut that out of the video. Nobody needs to hear me coughing.
In case someone's got headphones on,
Yeah, especially. So any of those loud noises, you want to try and trim down. And if you're just going on a tangent and not doing anything, that's probably good. A lot of times I'll cut even when I'm shuffling because like who cares about the shuffling? I'm just shuffling.
Yeah, I like to in mine if I'm doing a video for not a live stream, but if I'm doing a video for editing, if I make a mistake, I'll clap twice really loud.
Right.
Next to the mic, and then when I'm editing I can see immediately on the timeline where I've done that, so I can just go straight there and cut that out.
Yep.
There's a top tip for you for your video editing.
There's a tip, and also what I used to do was if I was going to make multiple recordings, like for example to not make the recording so long that it takes forever to go to the editing software, I would do like maybe half-hour cut and start another video. So I will always like point at the camera and be like, okay, this is video number 1, and then when I start the next recording,
nice.
So that I can see, okay, that was 1, that was 2, because then I'll be like, I have to listen to see where I'm at. So that's another tip.
That's a very good point. Thank you for giving me that now, because last night I was editing a video that I'd done of screen recording my iPad, and when I went to put them into CapCut, they were all in the wrong order, and I had to watch them to work out what order they went in. It took me probably 15 minutes just to get them in the right order. So top tip, I like that.
Good. All right. What else do you have other than planning,
What else do I have
collaboration,
on my
time,
list?
money?
Community and consistency are on my list. So
Ooh,
if you, I'm terrible at this. I need to get better at scheduling things on my own channel, but consistency. So I'll give you an example. One of the video games that I play, I always play on a Monday now, that particular game. And
okay.
people know it's Dinkum Monday. That's when Angela's streaming Dinkum every Monday without fail. So that kind of consistency is good because people love that.
Yes.
They want to know when is that happening, and if it becomes a habitual thing with them as well, then they'll always come back and watch you when you're streaming, or if you put out a playthrough. Family game Tuesday, you put out a family game playthrough, they'll know, oh, it's Tuesday, Annabelle's done a family game today.
Yeah,
made it long, whatever.
that's a good idea, but I feel like it's a double-edged sword
It's hard.
because then you are committed to having to have that. And in my case, because my schedule is all over the place, I never know when I'm going to have time. But I do believe in the consistency, and I used to have like a video out every certain amount of days. And I think right now I'm at every 5 days I put a video out, except that, sometimes things happen, like my Santiago, my nephew coming over and visiting. So that messed everything up. But I do believe that when you first start the channel, and this is for those people that are wanting to start a channel, you do have to be consistent. Once your channel has grown, and like for me, even if I don't put a video out, I've got so many videos that people can go and watch that I continue to have views. But at the beginning, you need that. You need to plan. And I recommend that you do what probably you do as well, which is to record it ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I used to have like up to 4 videos that were queued in, so that I didn't have to worry about, I need a video out.
And you can schedule them in as well.
Correct. You can
So
schedule.
you don't even need to, you could sit there at night when you're watching TV, schedule them in, and then they'll just go up on whatever date and time that you've put.
Because that's also a part of the consistency. Like, people know that my videos come out at a certain day during, a certain time during the day. So they know to look for them every 5 days at 7 a.m. in the morning. That's when they come out, right? So that is also part of the consistency. But yes, do keep it consistent, and do not worry if a video doesn't have enough views, because the video is going to stay there. So it's going to continue to grow. So
and you can never tell, by the way, as well. That's something to keep in mind. I've made videos in the past where I've just like half-assed it and put it out because I've thought it was funny or whatever, and I've put it out and it's just gone off. And then I've worked my butt off for hours and hours and hours to make sure everything's precise and perfect, and it's got hardly any views. And you're like, you can never tell.
Yeah. But what's fun is like when you can go back and check, what videos have people watched the most, or what videos have people watched the least, and you can learn from that. So, and that's why you need the consistency, because if you're not putting the videos out, you'll never get the data, right? I'm big into data because that's part of my day job. So I love going back and checking, this happened and that happened, and trying to correlate. And YouTube does a lot of that for you anyways.
Yeah, it does. I know people always say to check all that stuff. I don't really check all that other than the views and the likes. And my channel, although it's got board gaming and video gaming, so tens of thousands of views are my art, like tutorials. People love to learn stuff for free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I always, and this is funny that you mentioned that, because I told the band the same thing. What is the one thing that people go on YouTube to do? Is to learn. That's why it's called YouTube University, And we actually did it on the band. We had our drummer do like a lesson, and that video went, it was like crazy. And same thing on my channel. Even board games that are not super popular, when I've done a tutorial on them, So yes, people, if you can provide information. Now, I personally hate doing those videos, and I stay away from them. And I think it's the fear of, what if I get the rules wrong in a tutorial video, right?
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. You've just reminded me on my list there. I've got find your niche, or niche, as Americans say. You know, if you can find something just a little bit different that maybe no other content creators doing, that's always a good thing as well. That's hard though. There's so many content creators now.
I was gonna say, like, hey,
It's
you
tough.
tell me what that is, because I don't know what that would be, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you're you know.
And authenticity as well. That's a
Like,
good
for
one.
example, this person that I was talking about from Mexico that is gonna hopefully come to the podcast. I was watching his videos, and he does more of the miniature games, like those
Yep.
board games. It's all in Spanish, so I don't know that you guys will get anything out of it. But when I hear the way he tells the story, it's so epic.
Yeah. That's
It's
great.
it just transports you somewhere else. So he is definitely doing something different, you know.
Yeah.
But it is hard to find something that will, you know, make you unique. For me, what I was trying to do was make sure that I have multiple cameras, so I could give the viewers multiple views, so it was more interactive. That was what I was trying to be like, set me apart from other people.
Yeah.
And hopefully it has, you know. And then of course by now I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to have fun. I think if you're having fun while you're doing it, if it's tedious work, it's gonna people are gonna be able to tell, you know.
Yeah.
So you have to enjoy it.
Awesome. Have you got anything else on your list that you can think of that might help people?
My list.
I've got my list, and I think we've covered everything on my list. Yes.
How do you answer comments? Should you answer comments? Should you not answer comments? What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is, unless they're like nasty and pointless, answer every comment. 100%. Build your community up. Try and although a lot of people don't check it, I use my post or community tab as well, which is kind of like Twitter for YouTube, I guess. You can put pictures in, or you can put a post in. I try and use that now and again as well, just to, you know, if I've got a little something I want to share, I'll pop it on there. It's a shame that that's not used more by people, I feel, because it is super handy.
Yeah, but I do feel.
You use it on your channel?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I was going to ask you after we had stopped.
Yeah. All right, I'll show you. But yeah, people don't really check it very often. Like, I'm lucky if I get like 5 likes or whatever on a post. But it is just a super handy way of pushing something out real quick. Even if you've done a special video, you can put it in there and say, hey, don't miss this one. You know, this one's got X in it.
You think with YouTube is that it keeps evolving, you know, like they keep adding stuff, and you have to keep on top of all of that because other people are keeping up on top, you know. And yes, you are the creator, you're the editor, you're the promoter. Like you have to do everything, and some things gotta give, right? Like you're just one person. Plus, you have to keep your day job because this is definitely costing you more money than it's making you. So that's why, you know, like for me, it's like, listen, if you're enjoying it, don't worry about the money, don't worry about the rest. Use what you have, and play the games you love. And because you love them, because you're enjoying them, you will find your audience. There's an audience for everybody. And don't think about, but there's so many other people making content. So what? It doesn't matter. There's people for everything. You know, there's
give it a go.
We can all live along together, and we can all live happy, and we can all, you know. I watch other content creators. I watch Angela. I watch other content creators. They watch other content creators. You know, it's okay. It's perfectly fine.
And I like finding smaller channels. I know it's all about, like, you know, the big channels, like, but the only big channel that I watch like religiously is Board Game Geek, Game Night. That's what I watch religiously. For other big channels, I like Rado, just because I like the dude. I like Slicker Drips.
The one I watch all the time is called One Step Co-op. That's the one I like with Mike. I love Mike. There are other guys that do videos, but Mike and I have the same game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of it. But yeah, I do like finding smaller channels rather than putting all my time into huge channels that don't really need it. That's fun for me. I like that.
Yeah, sure. I like discovering new things, new people. You never know. You might find something really cool, and it might be your channel, the one you are going to be starting.
It could be. Yeah, awesome. All right, I think that's it. Oh, other than, yes, it can be hard to self-promote. That's something that I absolutely despise doing. You know, when you have to spruik yourself and you're like and subscribe my channel. I know people, you need to do it, but that can be tough. But don't be scared to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I feel like, yes, you do have to say it, and I do try and say it every time, but if people like your channel, they're going to subscribe anyways. You don't have to tell them, you know, because people know. People know how this works. So
yeah,
don't worry about it too much. And you will find people that are going to like your channel, guaranteed. Because I never thought that people were going to like my channel, you know, like...
Yeah, we all think that though, don't we? And then you get a nice little community going.
Yeah.
You see the same names coming back.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
It's awesome. To me, it's not even about making more view. I mean, of course, you want the channel to grow, but I feel like the people that are consistent and comment on my channel, I'm happy with that. I'm already happy with that, you know?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You can meet some really lovely people as well.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so go and start your YouTube. It's free. It's fun. It's free and it's fun.
It's free and it's fun to start with, and then it's expensive and it's work.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's free and it's fun and it's fantastic. Any other F's you want to add?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
All right, guys. Go do it. We encourage you.
You've got this.
You got this. And if you have any other questions, maybe stuff that we haven't answered during the chat, just leave us a comment. We answer every comment.
We do answer every comment because your comments are important to us.
That's
Truly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, is that it?
That's
Should
it.
I do it?
Yeah, do it. And you guys play more games. See you on the next one.